Hey guys, just had a really interesting thought actually, and it's to do with evolution, and it's to do with our emergence from this self-organized sort of system, sort of Gaia kind of structure, process, meta process. And I'm sort of thinking that, you know, if we grant that evolution is intelligent and that it tends to do things for a reason, right? Then our emergence as these kind of sort of hyper-reflective, super intelligent, language-bearing sort of species. Now, I just want to just quickly assert that we don't know that other species don't have the same sorts of things. I made a comment about anthropocentrism the other day, and I put forward this idea, this notion that in fact some of the kind of feelings and ideas and concepts that we have may actually be universal. So there's no reason to suppose that they don't exist elsewhere. But just setting that aside for one moment, it kind of looks to me as though perhaps we're here to have this argument, to have this sort of conversation, to sort out our politics, to sort out our inner and outer and social and economic conflict, right? And we have to sort of overcome these struggles. We have to find a way of playing nicely together, in order that we can then turn our interests to the overarching sort of grand foliation of nature and evolution, right? So, and this is where the likes of sort of Mike Levin might sort of be able to step in, that in fact, why should we place limits on what humans and what consciousness can do? And if there are ways and means of kind of extending or enhancing or improving, we've got to approach these things very carefully, and that the ethics are a minefield. But after all, we are just even according to the materialists, we are just an assembly of molecules and atoms and so on and so forth, an assembly of these things, so we can assemble stuff. So it's still nature assembling complex structures, right? So, and herein lies this problem with the distinction between sort of natural and unnatural things. We get ourselves into the mess of supposing that the forests and things like that are natural and salamanders are natural, but an industrial estate is not natural. Now, whilst an industrial estate might be ugly and polluting and so on, it doesn't mean it's not natural, because it's emerged from natural evolution of which we're a part. So they're there for some reason. Maybe they're there to enable the Industrial Revolution, the kind of hyper generation of knowledge and education and so on, the kind of parabolic curve that we're on at the moment in terms of advancement and new discoveries and so on, which is only going to be enhanced by AI, and which again I see as a sort of an extension of human cognition in a sense. It's not going to be. It's going to be. It's a tool. It's like the internet. It's just extending the reach of human cognition, calculation, thought, language, and so on and so forth. It's again, it's there for a reason. Look how a mycelial network is sort of interconnected with all the plant and arguably animal life in a woodland, say for example, and it processes information about that whole network of creatures. And we built something very much like that in terms of the internet, and it's there to disseminate information to loads of different creatures, i.e. us, right? And so we're sharing all the world's knowledge slowly but surely, and it takes a while for it all to sort of soak in. We're kind of multiculturalizing ourselves by trying to understand the texts of the East and the South and Africa and South and North America and so on, and embracing these other cultures' teachings. And in the end, science, philosophy, religion will probably all concrete and reach a kind of a place where an ontology that we can sort of all share, right? And because there sort of is one anyway, in a sense, the human archetypes, these guiding forces that apply to all of us, where none of us can can be free of them, arguably. Um, yeah, there we are. More coming soon. Speak soon. Bye.